Hello, friend. So I took a few days off from work to live what I thought would be my entrepreneurial life. But there ended up being a conference I wanted to attend online. So I kind of scaled back my activities for the week. And it was actually good. Today I had a really good call with a good girlfriend in the morning. And then I spent a couple hours playing with my email service provider, which is cool because I did figure out a few things. And then I gave myself a little break, did some cooking, had to make my lunch for the next couple of days. And then I did this conference. So that was good. And a part of me was like, oh, should I really do this online conference? But it's kind of cool. And it's a good... just basic how-tos, how to navigate being an online entrepreneur. And a lot of the mindset stuff is so helpful. And one of the speakers is literally a billionaire, tech guy. And it was interesting to hear him talk about how he still has his version of imposter syndrome and not being self-confident. And when he first had his YouTube channel, because of that, he would wear a suit, and he moved all the way to New York because he wanted like the credibility of being in New York as a business person. But ultimately realizing that stuff actually mattered, that it was really about knowing what you know, and being able to share it with people. So that was helpful. I don't know. I feel like there's something else I'm circling around. I'm not sure what it is. Because sometimes I feel like I set aside these times to work on back end stuff, and then I feel like I get distracted, or I don't know if it's fear around dealing with the tech stuff, or if it's fear about actually putting my offers out. Like, I haven't done a newsletter in months. I really want to get back to doing a newsletter and a Substack. I really love the Substack space, actually. And I don't know if I'm just scared to go back to doing that, just because it has been a lot to balance between my day job, recording for YouTube, and then also now doing these podcasts, which I totally love. Like, it just lights me up so much. It makes me so happy. And I also want to put out my one-to-one offer to people on my email list. I do want to grow my email list. But part of it too, this 2-day conference, which I only have access to for like 5 hours out of the whole day that it's happening. It's more like a 10-hour thing, Thursday and Friday, but 5 hours of it is being streamed online, which I'm grateful for. And I decided to listen to it because I know the replay will only be a portion of what I'm seeing live in real time, which is fine. Because even if the whole 10 hours was going to be available on replay, realistically, I wouldn't sit through 10 hours of a replay. I just wouldn't. So it's better to just show up live while it's happening. Sometimes some things are like that. It's just better to be live in the moment when it's happening. And I did learn a lot. And I'm hearing other entrepreneurs talk about how we're at this really particular moment in time in terms of AI and technology. Like, the next 12 to 18 months are going to be really pivotal. And so I really want to learn how to use AI to my advantage. I don't want to be afraid of it, because it's just another tool at the end of the day. And we need to learn how to live with it and use it to our advantage, how to make it work for us and not against us. So I do want to learn those things as well. And I also recognize that if I were to get more savvy with the AI stuff, it'd be easier to stay on top of my newsletter and the Substack. Although I like actually writing that stuff from my heart. Like, I don't want to use AI too much. I don't want to lean on that for the actual creation of that stuff. I want to actually generate that for myself, because I think it's important to keep that skill up for myself, my ability to think critically and write. I want to be able to retain that skill and continue to grow that skill as well. Just that I think it's important for my mental health and my mental capacity. Just as I age, I want to keep up those skills. I want to keep my brain healthy, and working through that stuff, it's helpful. So even if that means I only do like a monthly Substack, that's fine. Or like once a week would be cool. And I do still have a day job, so I had to remember that I need time to recover from that and still work on my stuff. And in the past, I've worked in things in like half-hour increments. Like I would just do like 30 minutes every morning before I started my day job. And I might go back to that. That's actually a really good practice. And there's something really good for me about doing it before I get into like the throes of the day job and all that stress. And then I don't have to worry about how I feel after work. Because in the morning, I'm happy and focused. Because I haven't been dragged down by all the things I don't like about my day job. So just doing it first thing in the morning, like when I'm mentally and emotionally fresh, is like really helpful. And I think it'll be good for me to get back to that practice, giving myself that gift. And plus then, because I've done it in the morning, I've done something for me. I've committed to myself. I've chosen myself. I've devoted to myself. And that feels really good. And I want to continue to devote to myself and choose myself. And even if listening to the content at this conference is not necessarily revenue generating activity, as they say, I'm learning actual skills and mindset and from other people's experiences and their journeys. And it's also showing me what's possible. It's always good to have more reminders of other people being successful. It shows me that it's good to be delusional. That was what one of the speakers was saying, that it's good to have a clear vision and then be delusional in your faith about making it happen. And that was a good reminder to have. And just to give myself permission to be in the moment, do what feels good, to follow the flow. And so I'll probably get a couple of hours of work tomorrow on my email stuff and start looking at a website template. And then I'll do this conference, and that'll be enough for tomorrow. Because I also need to plan out my 3 YouTube videos I want to record on Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. I mean, I've sort of done some outlines and made some notes. But what I really like to do is I really like to flesh out like the outline overall 1 or 2 days before I actually record. I like kind of sitting with it, letting it kind of percolate in the subconscious in the background. And then Saturday morning, I can just, get myself done up, be camera ready, as they say, and then just record them, 2 or 3 videos at the most. I do better when I don't record more than 3 videos at a time. My voice doesn't go out and I have more energy on camera. At least my version of having energy. I'm never going to be like a high energy camera person, which is the other reason why I love podcasting, the audio thing. I feel like I'm much better on just audio only. That's just me. And so, yeah. And then maybe on Saturday or Sunday, I'll probably record maybe a couple more audios as well. Although I have been recording every day, even though most of the audios I recorded this week have been just for me. But I am committing to my 111 days practice of recording audio every day. So whether it's just for me or if it's for New Sacred Mirrors or my private podcast, Honoring My Light, which people get access to when they're a part of my Skool community, that feels really good. Just using my voice every day. And there's something about talking out loud. Insights come to me. Like even now, that insight about having a vision and being delusional in my faith about making it happen. Like I didn't realize how important that was for me to remember that until talking it out loud. So this is why this is good for me to do that, even if it's just a few minutes every day. And it also reminds me that I've been interested in all of these things for a long time now. I've been looking at how to be an entrepreneur, a spiritual entrepreneur for about 6 years, really. And the last 2 or 3 years, I've been way more focused and consistent because I finally feel like I have a pathway now, which is helpful. So if you're still searching, if you're still seeking, just keep going. Don't give up. It'll come to you when you're ready to receive it. And, I just encourage you to just keep following what is interesting to you, what you find exciting, what you're curious about. Because in that process, it'll lead you to the next thing and the next teacher or the next course. And then eventually you'll find your flow. You'll find a thing that works for you, the thing you want to do next. And even if what you do next ends up not being long term, even if it turns out to be quote unquote a mistake or a wrong turn, you'll still learn something in the process, because that's definitely been my experience. And it led me to where I am now. And I know this 111 days of doing audio is going to lead to something else as well, even though I don't know what that is. But I'm really excited now by the unknown. I'm super excited about the unknown. It feels really, really good. And I'm just going to keep going. So thank you for listening. Hopefully some of this resonated. Let me know what stood out for you. And always remember to honor the light within you.